The United Kingdom has a rich history of democratic elections, with many pivotal moments that have shaped the course of the country's politics. One such phenomenon is the landslide election victory, where a party or candidate gains an overwhelming majority of seats in Parliament. In this video, we'll be counting down the 8 greatest UK landslide election victories from the 1800s. 8. The Peli-Turl Grey coalition can be seen as a representation of the mid-19th century political realignment in the UK, where Pelites and Whigs, along with other liberal factions, cooperated to form a government following the 1852 election. Neither the Conservatives nor the Whigs had a clear majority, necessitating coalitions. The Pelites, with their centrist views, often acted as kingmakers. The Whigs, under leaders like Lord John Russell and later the Earl of Aberdeen, a Pelite, worked closely with the Pelites to form a government. In 1852, the Pelites, led by Lord Palmerston, formed a coalition government with the Earl Grey's Whigs to defeat the Conservative Party. The result was a crushing victory, with the Peli-Turl Grey coalition winning 344 seats to the Conservatives' 247. 7. Lord Palmerston, then Lord Russell, 1865. The election occurred under the leadership of Lord Palmerston, who was a leading figure of the Liberal Party. Dominated by figures like Palmerston and Lord Russell, the Liberal Party was a coalition of Whigs, Pelites, and Radicals. Led by Lord Derby and Benjamin Disraeli, the Conservatives were the primary opposition. The Liberals won a significant majority, securing 369 seats compared to the Conservatives' 289. This reinforced their dominance in Parliament. William Gladstone, serving as Chancellor of the Exchequer, emerged as a prominent leader within the party, known for his oratory skills and financial expertise. Shortly after the election, Lord Palmerston died in October 1865. This led to Lord Russell becoming Prime Minister, with Gladstone serving as Leader of the House of Commons and Chancellor of the Exchequer. 6. The 1874 general election in the United Kingdom was significant for being a decisive victory for the Conservative Party led by Benjamin Disraeli. Before the election, the UK was governed by a Liberal administration under Prime Minister William Gladstone. The Liberals had been in power since 1868. There was growing discontent among the electorate due to economic difficulties, including agricultural depression and concerns over the handling of foreign policy and domestic reforms. Conservatives won 350 seats out of 652, securing a clear majority. The Liberals, on the other hand, won only 242 seats, a significant loss compared to the previous election. The election results reflected a shift in public support towards the Conservatives, who were seen as better suited to address the pressing economic and social issues of the time. This election ended the Liberal dominance and set the stage for significant legislative and social changes under Disraeli's leadership. The Conservative strategy of addressing economic concerns and presenting a stable alternative to the divided and unpopular Liberal government proved successful, reshaping the political landscape of the time. 5. The 1880 general election in the United Kingdom was a significant political event that resulted in a landslide victory for the Liberal Party, led by William Gladstone. Before the election, the Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli, was in power. Disraeli's administration was known for its imperialist policies and domestic reforms. The period leading up to the election was marked by economic difficulties, including agricultural depression and social unrest. Gladstone, although not the official party leader at the start, became the de facto leader of the Liberal campaign. His moral authority and oratory skills played a crucial role. The Liberals won a decisive victory, securing 352 seats compared to the Conservatives' 237. This gave them a substantial majority in the House of Commons. The election highlighted key issues such as the unpopularity of imperialist policies, economic difficulties, and the demand for social reforms. 4. The 1885 general election, the Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Lord Salisbury, was in power. Salisbury had succeeded William Gladstone, whose Liberal government had fallen. The election came after the passing of the Representation of the People Act 1884 and the Redistribution of Seats Act 1885, which significantly expanded the electorate and redrew parliamentary constituencies, making the election highly competitive. The Liberals won 335 seats, the Conservatives 249, and the Irish Parliamentary Party 86. The Irish Parliamentary Party held the balance of power, making the issue of Irish Home Rule central to subsequent political maneuvering. The election set the stage for Gladstone's attempt to introduce Irish Home Rule and the subsequent realignment of British politics, highlighting the complexities and challenges of governance in a rapidly changing society. 3. The 1892 general election. The Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Lord Salisbury, was in power. Salisbury had formed a coalition government with the Liberal Unionists, who had split from the Liberal Party over the issue of Irish Home Rule. The key issue of the time was Irish Home Rule. Gladstone's previous attempt to pass a Home Rule Bill in 1886 had failed, leading to the split within the Liberal Party. William Gladstone, despite his advanced age, led an energetic campaign advocating for Home Rule and progressive social reforms. The Liberals won 272 seats, the Conservatives 268, the Irish Nationalists 85, and the Liberal Unionists 47. The election underscored the centrality of the Irish Home Rule issue and highlighted the ongoing political realignments and divisions within the UK. The subsequent failure of the Home Rule Bill in the House of Lords marked a significant setback for Gladstone's reformist agenda. The 1886 general election, it marked the fragmentation of the Liberal Party and the rise of the Liberal Unionists, who allied with the Conservatives. The election followed the defeat of Prime Minister William Gladstone's first Irish Home Rule Bill in June 1886. This bill aimed to give Ireland self-government but caused a major split in the Liberal Party. The defeat of the Home Rule Bill led to the formation of the Liberal Unionist faction, which consisted of Liberals who opposed Home Rule and broke away from Gladstone's leadership. Lord Salisbury, leading the Conservative Party, emphasized the dangers of Home Rule, promoting stability and the integrity of the United Kingdom. The Conservatives formed an effective alliance with the Liberal Unionists, bolstering their campaign and presenting a united front against Home Rule. The Conservatives won 316 seats, and the Liberal Unionists secured 77 seats, giving the combined Unionist bloc a majority in the House of Commons. 1. The 1895 general election in the United Kingdom resulted in a decisive victory for the Conservative Party and its Liberal Unionist allies. The election followed a period of Liberal government under Prime Minister Archibald Primrose, the Earl of Rosebery, who succeeded William Gladstone in 1894. Rosebery's government faced internal divisions, lack of effective leadership, and external criticism, weakening its position. Lord Salisbury, leading the Conservative Party, emphasized stability, strong governance, and a cautious approach to social reform. The Conservatives maintained their alliance with the Liberal Unionists, presenting a united front against the Liberals and their policies. The Conservatives won 340 seats, while the Liberal Unionists secured 71 seats, giving the Unionist alliance a commanding majority in the House of Commons. The Liberals managed to win only 177 seats, suffering significant losses compared to previous elections. The 1895 general election resulted in a landslide victory for the Conservative Party and its Liberal Unionist allies, marking a significant moment in British political history. That's all for today's video on the 8 greatest UK landslide election victories from the 1800s. We hope you enjoyed this journey through British electoral history and learned something new about the country's fascinating past. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more historical content. You can also follow us on social media by clicking the links in the description box below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads and behind-the-scenes content. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like to see covered in future videos, leave them in the comments below.